Well, hello, my beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your messages for September 2020. I'm just cleansing your space here and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading. It may not resonate for everybody, so please take what is for you and leave the rest behind. Without further ado, let's get straight to your reading, my beautiful Capricorn. For those of you who are new to my channel, I take jumpers from the pack. I do not choose the cards as I believe that is my energy, not the message you're meant to receive. Everyone is different. There is no right or wrong way, so please fast forward these moments if they go on too long. Also, I'm using, interesting. We got the Justice card, the Fool card. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know for September? Okay, also I'm using the White Witch Tarot, a series of major arcana cards to gather the overall energy for September. We have the Justice card. This is the protagonist energy as you move through September. Libran energy, you're balancing things out. It's like a cause and effect. You've made a decision, you're moving forward, and it will affect your life going forward. The major repercussions of it will happen in September. It seems like it's a win-win solution for you, but some sort of truth may be revealed. Now, this may be a truth, you revealing a truth, or another person, because we have two swords on here. Now, they're indicating, they don't often do this, but they've indicated an energy of diplomacy as you move forward, Capricorn. So this may be in some sort of legal matter or in some sort of business matter where you're speaking your truth, but there is a diplomacy that is needed. It could also be in a relationship, but we're going to go deeper and find out. In order to move forward, be mindful that you always speak the truth, Capricorn, and it sometimes can be a little bit cutting if you're sort of putting someone in their place. And of course, if they deserve it, because we have justice on the card there, which is about getting your just desserts, they're just recognizing that diplomacy is the key to moving forward without any karmic debt for you. Okay, so you don't want to encounter anything because you have a wonderful new start here, a very fresh, exciting new path that's unfolding ahead of you. When we get the Justice card, this is about karma. The law of karma is in play here as this truth comes out. So if someone did you wrong, karma is about to serve them justice. Equally, if you've done something that there's like just desserts, it's coming round for you also. But they're indicating this is a powerful position. This is the forward motion of September. So you could be signing contracts, paperwork, dealing with legal matters, something to do with finances also, or even some sort of legal matter to do with relationship or business if you're setting up a new business there. It feels very much like you're moving forward towards a very abundant time. A lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears they're giving me here. So they're really indicating some sort of business for me, overall energy at this present moment in time. It's something you work super hard for and you're deserving. You know what you deserve and you're going after it. So this is the energy of September for you. Now we do have the Fool card. It's in the antagonist position. So this is a resistance energy. You may feel unprepared for a new start at this present moment in time, but you recognize that that's what you have to move forward towards in order to have justice in a situation, or, it's like gain some sort of truth in order to set you free and move you forward. You could even be cutting ties with something because they've just shown me, it's quite interesting, excuse me, they've shown me it's like a piece of lint or wool or string or something, and they've shown me someone kind of putting it around their finger and getting a little knife and cutting. So you could be cutting cords with somebody, or cutting, maybe that's what you do for a living, something to do with either string or wool or something, lint or something, and you're cutting it off with a little knife. It seems like it's quite precise. If that's you, then there's something in this message for you. Either way, we have this new start on the board. This is the energy to overcome. If you want to, it feels like you may have felt a little bit bored in your situation, and also looking forward, there is kind of like an apathy, like you know what you need to do, but it's kind of a lot of effort, and also it requires a risk of some kind. You taking a chance, a leap of faith here, and you may be putting it off for a little while. Now, once you overcome that energy, there is a beautiful new adventure ahead of you that brings a lot of fresh hope and curiosity. Okay, new paths are opening up to you, and interesting. Okay, now normally they don't really indicate anything with these geese or something here in the sides. What they're indicating here is that your new start, it seems to be by some sort of water with either ducks or geese. I can't quite make out the way that this bird is sitting. It's kind of sitting on the ground. The image that I'm getting is like a mid shot of it, so I can't quite tell if it is. I'm going to go with it's a duck or something. It feels like perhaps you're going to go on some sort of, you're either moving somewhere near ducks, or ducks are somehow relevant to you in some way. Yeah, it feels like a place that you're going to, or you make a new start in, and there is either ducks in the vicinity or something. If that's you, then there's something in this message for you. It's quite precise, but they're giving me that. Either way, this Fool card energy, it's indicating to me that you're starting to show off your wonderful skills. It could be that you're going for a new career or a new contract in a career, and moving forward, being very curious, not only about what you do, but about your surroundings. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's like you, if you're going into some sort of new job or something, it feels very much like you've reignited your excitement for it, like a little child, you know, that wonderful innocence. You're starting something off new for the first time. It's daunting, and that's why it's in the resistance position, but once you get in the flow of it and overcome this energy, it's very exciting. Okay, now we do have the Chariot card. Oh, just to give you, that's Libran energy, and we have Aries energy, and now we've got Cancerian energy with this Chariot card. This is you taking action. You've made the changes that you needed to do, whether that was cut ties with somebody or a place, a job or something, in order to move into something new. It's an exciting journey forward. There's change here. You're moving forward in the direction of your dreams. You're taking charge. So whatever it is you're trying to achieve, you're on your way. You're on the right path here. Move out of the way. I got a feeling of ambition here. You're going out there and happening to things, Capricorn. It's very exciting energy. Whatever it is, as I said, you're trying to achieve, you've got passion there. You've got strong emotion. And it's, as I said, it's kind of like taking charge. You know the direction you need to go in. It is a bit of a new start in some way, and it felt a little bit nerve-wracking. That's why it's in the resistance energy, but you know that this is the path you got to take, and you're going after what you truly deserve, because you know your worth now. They're indicating there is a, you know who you are and what skills you have, and you know you're deserving of a lot of abundance. This is I'm feeling a lot of ambition with this card as you move forward. You're taking charge. Yeah, it's like you may have had two paths. One was kind of a little bit more homely. One's stuck in one it's not stuck in one place, but it feels more closer to home, and the other opportunity was a little bit further afield. That's the one close by the ducks. They're giving me the ducks again. So the one a little bit further afield. Either way, it leads to a lot of success and abundance here. A lot of whatever seeds you're sowing, there's a lot of growth here. You may also require a vehicle for this. Some sort of, you maybe your job comes with a car. I'm not sure about what that is, because it feels like someone is handing you over a car. Now that may be someone gifting you a car. I mean, that's pretty wonderful if that's happening. Lucky you. But it feels like someone is handing over the car to you. So the car may come with a position. I'm not sure what that is exactly, but it feels very connected in that way. But it will bring a lot of peace because there's been some anxiety here. Sorry, they're just asking me to count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hang on a minute. 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, of course. Okay, I understand. Thank you so much. So they're giving me, even though this is the Chariot card, which is number 7, they wanted me to count these kind of like eyes on those leaves, and there's 8 there, and they're indicating that you're going after what you truly deserve because you have the courage to know your worth, and you have self-love, you have self-respect, and you're going after, it's almost like you're going after justice, and justice is serving you in the right way because of your hard work. And there's something also to do with communication here. Now we're going to go deeper. I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot, traditional one. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know? Ooh, yeah, we got a lifestyle change. Interesting. First 2 cards out is we got this Knight of Swords energy. Okay, definite lifestyle change here. It feels very fast-paced. You got that Chariot card. You're definitely charging towards your destiny here, and you're also speaking your truth. So again, they're indicating the power of September. It's a real power month for you. Knight of Swords is often, as I said, you know, you moving somewhere to activate change in your life for the better, to be more authentic when you have that sword in the upright position. It also feels very much like you got money on your mind, even though it's an air element. It feels like, in terms of career, you know, you're being really savvy about your money, business oriented, thinking with strategy towards your financial and I guess your emotional destiny in terms of happiness. But it feels very business oriented. You know where you're going and you've got a plan and you're actioning it. This knight takes action, you know, and they don't hang around for nobody. When you're feeling stuck, that Knight of Swords comes right into the mix and you're moving, you're on your path. You're heading towards a destiny. So it's very, very powerful month here. Now we have the Page of Swords in reverse here. It is in the Fool card energy, that resistance energy. So there may have been, you know, a little bit of negative news around some sort of tax issue or legal issue, because you have the Justice card on the board. It feels like you're overcoming it. Perhaps something didn't go exactly the way that you had wanted it to, but it's still a win-win situation. You're moving forward away from it. It feels like, you know, it's Aquarian energy, so you could be dealing with someone who has an Aquarian placement. But when you get that Page of Swords, you may have felt like you were fresh out of ideas at first of how to activate change. But that energy did not last very long, is what they're giving me here. Because you're definitely moving. Can you see, you know, you've got 2 very strong movement cards there towards your destiny and towards your abundance. Whatever it is you're working towards, you definitely deserve it. That's for sure. And you definitely deserve success here. But you may have been in a period of feeling stagnant in terms of what your new start would be. You know, if you're trying to think of new perspectives on an old situation, you know, you're like, do I go back to the drawing board in order to make a new start? But it looks like you've had some sort of epiphany in order to move you forward. But you just had to work out some finances or something legal. You had to work out something first before you could proceed forward and charge towards that abundant destiny. Ooh. Now we do have this Knight of Wands has popped up. And we also have the Magician in the reverse. Interesting energy there. Now the Knight of Wands, it can be twofold energy. I'm getting from this is a fire element, okay? So Aries, Leo, Sag energy. This is, when I get this card, I feel like, especially if it's to do with business, I feel this is some sort of contract. Like, it's for the short term. Like a wonderful new opportunity comes along for that short term to give you it's like a booster injection, a booster injection for passion. So whatever it is you're trying to achieve, it's like perhaps it's going to be like a contract, a short contract that gets your juices flowing about what you do, and then you move on to the next. It feels very much like contractual work, rather than a solid position. This is like almost like to get you in the flow of things. Okay. Now we also, this Nine of Wands, when we get this to do with career and finances, again, they're giving me this indicator of like, it's entrepreneurial energy. Okay, you're taking a risk here. There is some, you're going ahead with passion, and no matter whether you can see the path ahead, okay, it's kind of like you're taking a bit of a gamble because of your passion, the way that you feel about something. It's like you're running on your gut instincts, but it does lead to success. There's a lot of growth here on this wand, so it's a very exciting energy. It feels like, yeah, it feels very charged. Capricorn, you're making this very fast lifestyle change based on a gut instinct. And it's like, well, let's see how this works out. Oh, I came out on top. Because you have that Justice card. It almost, if you were feeling bored before, it almost recalibrates your energy and injects this feeling of adventure and a new start. It's a lot of hope here, a lot of exciting ambition I'm getting. Now also, in terms of love, but I haven't been given like a love indicator at the moment, but I will give you in terms of love. Knight of Wands is, how can I put that? This is like a short-term passionate fling kind of thing. So you may meet somebody who has a Sagittarian placement, or someone with an air element there, that Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy, where it's kind of like someone who's very fast talking, passionate, you know, here today, gone tomorrow, but it doesn't feel like a negative thing. So if you're looking for long-term security in terms of love, I mean, it feels like you're going to have a quick, passionate fling just before that comes on in. So, you know, it feels like it's a booster. That's what I'm getting, a boost, a charge of energy. Now that we do have the Magician card, which is in the reverse position. And this is, they're indicating that this Magician card, you may have felt like you were unfulfilled where you were. And that's why you needed this lifestyle change. It feels very much like you're very talented. You have a lot of ability, but you feel like you're wasting it where you are. So you just had to just up and leave a situation. Now that could be up and leave in the literal sense with that Chariot card, actioning change physically, moving to another place, out of state for a job, across water, where, you know, somewhere where you need to either relocate in the physical sense. But it could also mean that you're charging towards your destiny with ambition and passion in order to achieve what you deserve. After a period of feeling scattered and, you know, not using your talents, having them waste away, you felt a little bit bored there. But that's all changing. I mean, this is a very exciting energy here. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. The King of Wands. Yeah, wow. You're just going after it. I'm loving this energy, Capricorn. This is an Aries element, an Aries energy rather, and it's a fire element, and this is an entrepreneurial card. You're in charge here. This is, but this is once you make this decision, because this is the resistance energy. Okay, so once you overcome this nervousness about taking a leap of faith, and you finally take that risk, as you can see, the risk is taken here as you move forward, and after a period of scattered energy, you're on top. This King of Wands energy is like, pow, you've got courage, you've got charm, you've got power, you're boldly leading ahead with strategy, planning, and you know where you're going. You have a plan. You are going straight to the top. There's a lot of ambition in this, and a lot of success on your side as well. They're indicating success with that salamander. It's like a salamander kind of, or gecko energy. I often use it as a symbol. Once a shaman told me that, showed me that that is a very huge indicator for attracting abundance and success. And I have to say, you know, after surrounding myself with these images and trinkets, etc., a lot of abundance started coming my way. So this King of Wands energy is just, you just like you're on top, you're on fire. You're boldly going where people may fear to go normally, because we have this Page of Swords. Do you hear the sirens outside? It's like, beep, beep, get out of my way. Yeah, because Capricorn's coming through. That's the energy I'm really getting from this read at the moment. It's really powerful. Now, we do have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So in this, it may cost you some money in order to go where you're going, travel. So you may be parting with a bit of money there in order to get to this place for this new start, this job. It feels like you're investing in this, and this is the risk. That's what they're indicating. This is the risk. So when we get this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, they're also giving me a little bit of, it's interesting, Capricorn. There's a twofold risk here. One is you need to either spend some money in order to get there, perhaps invest in the relocation if that's what it is, or workaholism. Okay, when you get this card in the reverse, there's some sort of, you got to put it all in because you're going to the top. So, you're not leaving much room here for fun. Okay, now they are indicating that the Fool card, this new start, is actually the fun, but the work is going to be hard and you enjoy it. So perhaps that is your fun, but they're just giving you a little nudge. Beware of workaholism. Okay, remember to have a bit of fun. Also, they've given me a slight indication here with this card that there could be someone in your sphere who's a little bit envious of your self-assurance or your ability to be self-sufficient. There could be somebody who's a little bit envious that sort of goes, oh, Capricorn, they're always off on an adventure. Things turn out really well for them. I mean, screw them. But the indication here is they're giving me an indication of don't shout about it. Just action your plan like you're going to, because there's a lot of action here with those two powerful sets of wands there. The Chariot card, we've got that Knight of Swords charging forward. You don't need to talk about it. Okay, that Page of Swords is indicating hush. Keep your truth to yourself. Okay, because there's when we have it in the upright position, they're indicating someone's curious about your journey. They're spying on you. Someone perhaps with an Aquarius placement somewhere there. They're keeping tabs. Okay, when the reverse is there, this person still could be spying on you, but they don't wish you well. Let's put it that way. They don't wish you bad. They don't wish you wrong, but they kind of just hope things don't go so well for you. So, I hope you don't have anyone in your sphere like that. That would be a frenemy, and you just want to cut that out. But they're just indicating, just get on with your plan, your ambition, do your thing. You don't need to talk about it because your work speaks for yourself. You don't need to shout about it. Oh, they just give me a sentence. Oh, I don't know if I like this sentence, but they're just indicating to be silent about your plans, because actually you become very successful a lot quicker when you don't shout about it. And they just gave me a sentence which, as I said, I don't like, but this coming on in, which is empty buckets make the most noise. And it feels like this person who is a little bit envious of you is very loud. They shout about stuff that they do, like, yeah, tomorrow I'm doing this thing, it's amazing, blah, blah, blah. And they probably never actually action that. They just shout about it. And you're not, you don't do that. You're actually a doer, and all of your cards are doing cards, okay? So it's just a little nudge like that. We have the Five of Swords. Wonderful energy in the reverse. A lot of people, when they see the Five of Swords, they get a little bit nervous, but in the reverse, it is a lot of, it's like a lot of peace after overcoming some sort of obstacle, okay? You're not self-sabotaging yourself. You're going after what you truly desire. After a period of like that scattered energy that I was giving you, that I was feeling from this card, number 5 is about overcoming obstacles, as you can see. And when you have it in the upright, it's about sabotaging yourself, or but when we have it in the reverse there, it's like if you're having a fight with somebody, or there's some sort of legal issue or something, because it's under the Justice card here, it is a fair fight, okay? there is an indication that there will be peace after this little bit of trouble. Okay, so if you, as I said, if you are cutting ties with anybody who did not serve you very well, this person that I keep picking up their energy, if you're severing ties there, or have some sort of legal issue with them, etc., it feels like in the end, the outcome is fair and it allows you to move on to make this new start. Yeah, so after a period of a bit of trouble, you've overcome that obstacle to move on and create this wonderful new lifestyle for you that feels very sort of like, ooh, look at that. Yeah, you were waiting. 3 of Wands, okay? So it's almost like you're waiting to be able to expand or travel in order to make this new start, because it's in that resistance energy. And when you have a resistance card that is crossed by a waiting card, it suggests you are waiting for the right moment to be able to action your plans, okay? The Wands always talk about passion. Whatever it is you're trying to achieve, the desired outcome, you're waiting for the right moment. So you're being very shrewd. This entrepreneurial energy, I mean, you're a force to be reckoned with, that's for sure, Capricorn. That's the energy I'm picking up from this reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to know for September 2020? Can you please guide them? What are they meant to... Ooh. There we go. So you have money on your mind and money in the bank. We have the 4 of Pentacles. And this is about long-term security financially, but also in terms of relationship, because as you can see, I am seeing that there is a possible fling coming in here, wonderful, passionate fling. I mean, flings, you know, they dust off the cobwebs after a period of time if you've not been getting any. Pardon the crude expression, but there's nothing wrong with that. But this person, they don't come on in towards you masquerading as anything else. Okay, some people are just very upfront, and this person feels like they're very upfront in terms of you both are aware it's a bit of a fling, and it's a wonderful, exciting energy that's charged. But after that, it seems like then you're thinking long-term security, investing in something that will lead to growth. Now this is yeah, they're giving me another indication about, of course, money is very important, but don't let life pass you by you know, working so hard for your living for the long-term security that finances bring. Have a little bit of fun. Enjoy some of your money. Don't hold on too tight. It's just a little bit of a nudge from the universe to remind you about having a little bit of fun. But it seems like, I mean, wow, this is a power read where you're moving forward for a very exciting new start here. That's going to be it feels very ambitious. You're going to the top. You're going to be that entrepreneurial spirit. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please clarify this reading for me, for my beautiful Capricorn? What else do they need to know? For those of you who are interested, I'm using the Light Seers Tarot to yeah, look at that, to clarify this reading. So we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, Ace of Cups is a wonderful, wonderful card. It's twofold. They're giving me twofold here. One is hold on to the feeling that all is well. All is well in your heart and your soul, and like attracts like. But also they're giving me that after a period of you sorting yourself out, September is a wonderful month for making this new start. There is some new love that's coming on in your way. It's divinely guided. So if you are looking for new love after this this new start, and you've had a fling and everything like that, I mean, it sounds like a movie what's going on in your world, Capricorn. It feels very adventurous. There is a new love coming on in here that is going to be very emotionally stable, and it's very pure, okay? It's a sort of love that it is a meeting of minds and will kind of, oh, sorry, I just got touched on the arm. They're guiding me. One moment, please. I want to see what that is about. Okay, I understand. Thank you so much. So we're going to pull a card on it, but they're also indicating, sorry, I'll finish what I was saying and then I'll give you what they're indicating. One is this new love that's coming on in. It will lead to something that is higher level commitment, like a proposal, marriage, that sort of thing, a relationship if you're looking for it, because it is divinely guided. The hand of the universe, it's like the hand of fate, comes on in. It's what you deserve, okay? It is in the position of what you deserve, but it does come with this new lifestyle change, okay? Now also the secondary energy they're giving me as they're guiding me for my arm, well, there may be someone who has some issue here with this area in their arm. Perhaps it's perhaps it's something like tennis elbow or something, because they're showing me moving it. They're not showing me as in playing tennis, but they're showing me as it moving it. So I'm just going to put that out there. That bit's from me. It's not from my guide. I haven't. It's something here. Okay, I hope you can see that, this area here. Perhaps there's something there. If that's you, then there's something in this message for you. But the secondary interest energy that they're giving me from this card is you're about to come across a new project that you love doing, okay? But we're going to pull a card on it because they wanted me to, so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to use the Fountain Tarot to pull a card. Can you please clarify this Ace of Cups over the Knight of Swords? Can you please clarify the Ace of... Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. Yeah. So there's some sort of collaboration that's going on in here. They just wanted to give the secondary energy about this job situation as well as love. There is some sort of collaboration. You're connecting in teamwork with somebody, using your skills and your craftsmanship to pair up with a team doing what you love. So that's what's coming on in here. You're actually this new lifestyle change, you actually become a very important, integral part of the team. Okay, as you can see, you got a lot of responsibility, but you enjoy it. You're holding, the figure in this card is holding the majority of that coin. So you are set to gain the most from this situation, is what they're indicating here. Other people, they put in their, their effort, their teamwork into the collaboration, but for some reason they're indicating here that you bear the weight of the situation, and it's an abundant weight. I mean, you get more out of it, both financially and emotionally out of this. Yeah. And also they're indicating you're being very careful and cautious about your finances, and you start to take advice and weigh up your options here about your finances for long-term security there as well. Okay, so I just wanted to pull a card on that because they were giving me that secondary information with that card. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please clarify this reading for my beautiful Capricorns for September? Four of Wands. Now we have Four of Wands, it's in reverse. So it definitely suggests you're leaving home. Okay, you're moving away from your comfort zone, as it were. When we have the Four of Wands in the upright position, this suggests, homecoming. And when you've got it in the reverse there, you're going away from your home, leaving it in order to source out some sort of passionate new adventure. Yeah, it feels like there could also be you're separating from something in order to move forward, okay? Because it feels like this is somehow connected to this Justice card, like you're cutting ties with something. Now, it could be you're cutting ties with home, your usual haunts, or, it feels... Maybe you're even taking a breather from friendships, etc., in order to focus on your finances and on your money, on your career path, in order to action this entrepreneurial spirit. It's the thing that allows you to move forward. It's like coming out of your comfort zone where you feel like home in order to action this big plan, this big ambitious plan for the future. Five of Wands, yeah. So we have Five of Wands, it's in the upright position. There is conflict here. Well, they corrected me, it's not conflict, it's obstacles. So there's, you may feel like there's rivalry for whatever it is that you do, but following your heart will lead to your success, okay? So it's interesting. We have the Five of Wands is the obstacles to overcome to get to the top, to reach your passion. But that's what you're doing. You're overcoming that. It feels like you're way ahead of any competition. It feels like you're head and shoulders above the rest of the competition. You know, you're right at the top there in the competition. Yeah, they're hot on your heels, but you're at the top there, and you're close to reaching your passion with that Five of Wands. It's almost like you're looking at the competition and you're seeing what sets you apart. What skills do you have that actually they don't? What sets you apart from everybody else, because you're very unique, and that's your thing, puts you ahead of the game, way ahead above everybody else. Yeah, I feel like yeah, it feels very much like you're if you were in a race, you're in the front running for this race. Okay. Three of Swords. Now it is in the reverse, so they're indicating this separation here. Okay, now I do have to read it. Sometimes the Four of Wands can be a marriage. So in the upright obviously is a marriage, and because it's about foundations, the four, passion, and in the reverse there is a separation. So moving out. Because we have the Three of Swords underneath there, it's suggesting that you may have had some sort of heartbreak or divorce or loss in some way, separation, that may have meant that you decided to take action, cut everything out, and make a new start. That it may also be the thing that you're dealing with in the law courts, legal stuff. But this, when you get this Three of Swords in the reverse, this is about recovery after that time. Okay, you're healing. But also, it does indicate that somebody who did you wrong, number one, they're getting their just desserts. The karma is, September is starting off with big law of karma. So this person who did you wrong in some way is receiving karma, but also may come towards you with an apology. When you get this card in the reverse, there is an indication of an apology there. Now, as I said, you could be dealing with an air sign, someone with an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra placement. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Ooh. Two of Cups, yeah. So they're indicating there that was a separation that may have led to you, you kind of like busting out of the joint and going, you know what, I'm starting a new life here. This separation or breakup has led you to look at your career and where you're headed, or your life purpose path and where you're headed, and going, you know what, I want an exciting new start. And you got really ambitious here. You may have even started, I get it. Sorry, they're just giving me something. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. They're indicating here this Fool card energy. This is the resistance energy. It may have required some sort of learning before you could action it, because that Page of Swords is often very studious. Okay, and because it's in the reverse, it may have been a lot of study that went along with this, and you may have put it off for a little while, but you're overcoming that, and you're taking a risk. It feels like you're just going out there and doing it. It's just happening, is what they're indicating. So the catalyst, it feels like, was this separation. Okay, that's what they're giving me there. So we're going to go one more in this deck, and then we're going to go on to the next, and then we'll leave it there. Thank you so much. Truly grateful. Yeah, that's it. It's like a release. We got the Ten of Wands there. It's in reverse. So this is, finally having that freedom to say, no, I'm not taking this no more. I'm done, and I'm done. It's like you're moving away from something. You're releasing all the baggage because it got really stressful, and really you're just exhausted about it. So it's almost like you're pooling your energy that you used going round and round, perhaps arguing with somebody, or I don't know, like you're pooling your energy to fuel your career, or fuel your abundance, your ambition, going after like something exciting that will lead to a financially secure future. So yeah, you're releasing everything, like, you know what, I'm free. It just feels like there's you're setting yourself free here, Capricorn, in order to move forward towards what you truly deserve, this happiness you deserve, both in the emotional sphere, but also in the financial sphere. Now we're going to leave that deck there, and I'm just going to use this Fountain Tarot to gain, well, I think we're going to go for 2 more shuffles. Thank you so much. Ooh, no, there was 2 more cards I was going to pick, but it's 1 more shuffles. There we go. Ooh, we have the 7 of Cups. It's in reverse. No more choices. You know where you're going. There's no doubt about it. Okay, you've got clarity here. Any illusion you had, you've restored your senses and you're moving on. The illusions are over. This new exciting start is ahead of you, and all you need to do is take that leap of faith. It all happens in September. It feels like it kicks off. It may have even started, the momentum of it may have even started already, but the catalyst feels like it was a separation. 4 of Swords. Now, 4 of Swords here is, you know, it's like, it's not a solitude card, but it feels like you're in protective mode. Okay, it feels like this 4 of Swords energy. You're taking a break from any arguments, verbal disagreements. You know, you got your money. Sorry, you got your mind on your money. You're taking your mind off anything that was, you know, giving you anxiety, and you're just. It feels like solitude, but you've decided to do this. Okay, you're resting. You're renewing your kind of energy, and you're being guided here, and you're not alone. So even though you feel like you may have taken this leap of faith to walk this wonderful, exciting new path, you're being protected and guided. Spirit is there. Can you see that wonderful little blackbird? That is representative of spirit. It's there looking after you, guiding you, whilst you recoup and rejuvenate. These swords are all pointed down. There's no threat there. They are protecting you whilst you rest. Okay, so this is a protective time. 4 of Swords. Sorry, just give me something here. One moment, please. Yeah, it feels like you're ready to act after a period of, you know, anxiety. You felt a bit burnt out, but you're ready to act. It's like, I know where I'm going now, and I'm just moving forward. So it's a beautiful energy to end on there. It feels very ambitious, but it feels like the catalyst was some sort of separation, or now it could be separating from a love interest, or it could be separating from a partnership in career or business that wasn't working out there. They wanted to give me that before we leave, but it feels like there's such a breath of fresh air. It's like freedom. If you know that film, well, Mel Gibson shouts freedom. It feels very much like that as you charge ahead. Now I know that his charge ahead wasn't as successful as yours is going to be, but I'm seeing a lot of ambition and a lot of success here. Long-term security. There's going to be, you know, a lot of finances coming in for you, and it's just what you've been waiting for. You're taking charge of your destiny, but it starts with a lifestyle change and karma, charging forward for abundance. Okay, right, my beautiful Capricorn, we will leave that there. I'm just going to get you a Wisdom of the Oracle card to close the reading. This is by Colette Baron-Reid. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? What else do they need to know regarding... Thank you so much. Truly grateful. Deep knowing. Okay, so that's you listening to your gut instinct, Capricorn, and letting it be your guide. That's the wonderful, exciting new adventure. Now, there is healing here. Okay, there's some stars there, but also we have that owl. There's a lot of wisdom you gained in this situation. You're moving forward with a lot of lessons. Okay, so also they want to indicate it's card number 43. 4 plus 3, when you reduce it, 4 plus 3 is 7, which is a Chariot card. So it's interesting. This card goes here. You're moving forward. The number 7. And with luck, they said, with luck. Moving forward with luck. It's interesting. They're showing me those ducks again. Perhaps this came in the reading. Maybe it was in your reading a couple of last week or something, because they're giving me this sentence that came up before. Because I've never heard it before until it came up in a reading. either last week or something, which is getting your ducks in a row. Now, a couple of you wonderful viewers told me what it means exactly. So it really feels like you're getting everything in order. So wonderful energy. Now I'm going to read from the book because I wouldn't want to tell you anything that's wrong. It's number 43, Deep Knowing. You get it in the upright because that's how it was received. Intuition, listening to the oracle within. Empathy, hypersensitivity. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source, the consciousness that you are part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and finally find the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available to you in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You're now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing. So tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. Now, I'll give you the relationship message because it's there. There are occasions when you just know deep in your heart and soul that a person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly, out of the blue, you're connected at a level impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time etched indelibly into your soul. Someone has entered your life who will be instrumental to your journey. So pay attention. Two hearts are calling to each other to begin an alchemical process. This is also a sign that your intuition about a person that you care about is correct. Trust your heart and lead to you now. Magic is about to happen. This is the time when your hunches will pay off large dividends in your prosperity message. If you listen to them, take the risk and act. Within you, there is an oracular consciousness, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the machinations of the smaller thinking mind. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you have an access point to the genius of the collective. The energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success are available to tune into now. This is an act of listening intently. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. I mean, it just clarifies everything in this reading, my beautiful Capricorn. So you have this wonderful new start, this wonderful career path, a new lifestyle kind of change thing going on, and this wonderful deep knowing with this love that's coming on in. It's a very exciting time for you. You're getting what you deserve, okay? So there we go, my beautiful Capricorn. This is for September. Just going to give you a trinket before we leave. Thank you so much for your guides, guardian angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Capricorn? Wow. So, as I was saying, you have the Hamza hand, okay? So you're being guided and protected during this time as you move forward to claim what you deserve there. And also, you've been giving a lot, Capricorn. They're indicating you've been giving a lot. So now is the time to receive, okay? Open your hands to all that you deserve. Where would you like this? They want it on the Four of Swords because you're divinely protected during this time as you move forward. And wonderfully, we have that seahorse. Now, seahorses are about soulmate energy. You know, they partner up. So seahorses partner up with someone long-term. They mate with one partner in their lifetime, okay? So this divine love is coming on in towards you. Interesting. They're indicating to me that this seahorse comes with a lot of wisdom. They always like something about carrying a pearl. Carrying a pearl? I'm guessing it's pearl of wisdom. But it is about pairing up, finding your counterpart to pair up for long-term security and a higher level connection. Thank you so much. I'm sure great. Yeah, of course. They want it on the Ace of Cups. Okay, my beautiful Capricorn, we will leave it there. I hope this resonated for some of you out there. If it did, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell. Apparently that's important. It lets you know when I update my next message and lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me. The bell was graded out for a little while. I had some technical difficulties, so it's back on track now, so you can press it if you want to be notified for the next reading. As I said, it's completely free. Thank you so much, my beautiful Capricorn. Love and light.